Training for a marathon is way harder than I expected. If you're a type A individual with big goals in fitness, business, or both, this video is for that moment when your goals stop feeling exciting and they start to feel heavy. I'm training for a sub 3-hour marathon in 2026 with no running experience, and I'm 15 weeks out from my first ever race. And this is the part that really surprised me. I'm signed up for a race May 2nd, 2026 to run 26.2 miles, and I have been training for about 4 weeks. I set this goal for a sub 3-hour marathon, knowing my May 2nd marathon would be a stepping stone. But even that feels lofty. I set that goal very excited. I just got into running. I'm really enjoying it. I want to set a big goal that makes me hungry and motivated to keep on going. Now that I've set that goal, I feel a little bit differently after one specific workout last Wednesday. Last Wednesday was a speed workout. I set out to do 2 warm-up miles and then 4 miles at a tempo of 7 minutes, 30-second pace, and then a 2-mile cool down. I get through the warm-up miles feeling good. I can feel the ego starting to creep in. Mile 1 on the tempo, 7:11. Came out blazing, just like normal. Mile 2, 7:26. A little bit too fast still, but we're closer to what I projected at least. Mile 3, I'm feeling the pain. I'm absolutely cooked. My wheels fell off, as they say in the running community. 7:56. Tempo mile number 4, I'm just holding on for dear life. 7:45. Got it back down closer to the goal of 7:30, but ultimately missed all 4 miles. I didn't hit 7:30 once. And then the 2 cool down miles felt like I was just surviving. I don't even know how I got home, if I'm honest. But that workout opened my eyes to how difficult this is really going to be. Since that workout, I've literally been injured the whole time. I can't run, let alone walk normally without thinking about my hip, my quad, and my hamstring. I'm injured. That workout put me in, seriously. And the tough thing, I didn't even touch sub 7-minute pace. And I'm supposed to do that 6 minutes and 50 seconds per mile, 26 times in a row to hit sub 3. Something I've realized about running, it teaches you lessons, and quickly. It's like you've lived a section or a portion or a season of life in your run. If you go on a long run, we'll say 10 miles and above, you start and you go on a journey. Your mind is racing the whole time. It's basically a battle of your mind and your body. One part of you is saying to stop, one part of you is saying to go. And the part that's saying to go gets stronger and stronger and stronger. And the constant tension during the whole run, and then completing the run, you just learn lessons about yourself. You see new ways to think about your life and what you're going through, because what you're doing is literally suffering the whole time. Your body thinks you are in pain because it is. Physically, you are in pain while you're running. And just doing it continuously, you get epiphanies and realizations while you're running or after. So I want to share a few lessons that I've learned through my runs that might be valuable to you and my future self as well. Lesson number 1 is that ambition outruns adaptation. Overuse injuries are real. I used to think they were not real. I know now for a fact they are certainly a real thing. On my workout last Wednesday, all I did was run. I didn't twist my ankle. I didn't snap my knee weird. I just ran fast and now I can't run anymore because my hip hurts. That's a real injury. You have to pace yourself. If your ambition is going too fast for your body to adapt, you're gonna break, which I did. Going fast is not always the best way to go the farthest. Sometimes to get better in life, business, and definitely in running, you have to go slow. You have to pace yourself. I truly have a new meaning, a new relationship with the term pace yourself. I run too fast in my runs. I run too fast in terms of my mileage building week over week. I've only been running for 2 or 3 months, and I already ran a half marathon, and I'm already signed up for a marathon, and I'm really setting these goals that are gonna push me, but they're ambitious. They're very ambitious goals, and I understand that. And I've already learned that my ambition way outpaces the adaptations that my body can make. So right now I'm in a stage where I'm just waiting for my body to adapt, and I can increase volume, increase pace, increase speed, and let that progress build up. So learning to control my ego and my ambition in tandem with taking action enough to adapt and grow continuously has been a real challenge, but getting better at it nonetheless. If you want something faster than your body can adapt for it, that delta is where injuries live. That's where I'm at right now. We'll call it growing pains. Lesson number 2 is when the goal changes, the rules change. If you don't know me, I'm a big time gym bro. I've been lifting like a bodybuilder would be for about 5 years now. Before that, I played lacrosse for 10 years, so I always trained like an athlete, almost borderline powerlifter, training for explosivity, sprints, quick running, etc. Definitely not endurance. But then doing bodybuilding, learning about diet, cuts and bulks, macros versus calories, bro splits, biceps and triceps, chest and back, training for aesthetics. And the rules for that game are that calories in, calories out, combined with adequate volume in a correct range of motion for a specific muscle gets me jacked, and it makes me look good. It's all very input-output to look a certain way, the goal being aesthetics. Now, a lot of that can transfer over in terms of just raw knowledge and input. For running, the goal is different. Like, I want to be fast, not look as good as possible or have as good muscle insertions or whatever. The bodybuilding metrics are much different than the goal of running fast. So the tools that you use to get there are going to be different. The lifting in both frequency, exercise selection, intensity is changing, as well as the diet aspect. I'm not eating for a specific amount of calories or macros in particular. I'm training to fuel my performance. And so carbs have become a big lever for me, decreasing the fat, increasing the carbs, and even decreasing protein. These gym bros, including myself, way over index on protein. If you're trying to make gains, yes, you gotta eat protein, but if you're trying to just maintain, let alone allow yourself to lose muscle, you need way less protein than you really think. So the rules changed. My training, my diet, and the way that I'm approaching the goal has absolutely changed. Running and being as fast as possible is now the goal, as opposed to just kind of wanting to look good and appear as though I work out and I'm good at it. Said differently, running is the priority, and lifting and my diet are tools to support it. That's all. The lesson number 3, last but not least, is that this is what hard feels like. This is what the middle feels like. The valley of despair, for any of my business guys, Alex or Mosey, refers to the valley of despair. You start something new, it's fun and exciting, and then it quickly plummets below baseline because you realize this is gonna be hard, this is going to suck. And then you dig, you come back to baseline, you're like, okay, this feels good again. I understand what it takes to become good at this. Right now I'm in that valley of despair where this kind of sucks. I'm injured every week. I'm trying to run more and I just can't. Everything hurts. I'm waiting for my body to adapt. I can't go as fast as I want to go. It's very frustrating. I'm right in that valley where I'm starting to understand what it's going to take, what it means to actually have set that sub 3 hour marathon goal. But I've been here before. I'm a business owner. 4 years ago, I started my first company, and for the first probably 6 months at least, I was putting in more than a full-time job's worth of effort, as in like 10 hours a day at least. And not only was I not making money, I was losing money. I was spending money to try and put in effort into growing this business. That is like the same spot where I'm at now. I'm putting in effort, I'm working hard as I possibly can, and I'm going backwards because I end up injured. You are not fit if you can't run. And right now, I can't run. Regardless of how many hours I can do on the bike, if I'm trying to run and I can't, I'm not winning, I'm losing. So it's a similar parallel between my business and with running. There's a valley of despair where after you get that initial stage of excitement and fun and I want to get amazing at this, there's a valley of despair where you just go through the shit that is involved with any big goal. And in those moments, you just have to remind yourself, this is what hard feels like. This is literally what I signed up for. Did you think it would be easy? Okay. Then you can expect it to be hard. And this is just what hard feels like. It's fine, it's okay, just keep going. Here's the reality. I don't know for a fact that I'm going to run a sub 3 hour marathon in 2026. Only God knows. But what I do know for certain, that I can guarantee you, is I will try everything in my power to achieve that goal that I've set. And I believe if I do that for the entire year of 2026, I will, if not hit it successfully, be closer to it than I would have in the beginning without trying. And that sets me up to continue trying. I don't want to just run a sub 3 hour marathon and then stop running forever. That's basically losing to me. I like to play games that I can play and win at forever. In fact, as long as you continue, it's actually a win. Those are the games I like to play. I picked running because it's so hard and I hate it. But I want to go farther, physically and mentally, to push beyond the comfort zone. This is where the lessons show up. So this video is just an update of where I'm at. Tune in next week for another video.